Good morning, humans. My golly, how I missed you. Well, I am going to doodle some more. I haven't doodled in quite some time. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, a cold minute. It's been a no doodling minute. Everything's dusty. Look at that. Jeez. So I am going to, I think I'm just going to doodle the same kind of stuff that I've been doodling. I was going to do something more extreme, but my brain's not fully functioning today. Let's see, I don't think I want to use this pen. Let's see what it is. Which one do I want? Not that one, I don't want that one. Yeah, so that one's too big and this one's too small. Story of my life. What's this one? Oh, that one's pointy. Okay, I'll just use this one. I'm a little bit sick right now. I all of a sudden came down with a cold yesterday. Or something. Something happened. I was building the drying rack here at the resort, and we were like, I was cutting wood and sawdust was getting everywhere, and then I started sneezing, and I was like, well, that makes sense, it's sawdust. And then the next thing I know, I'm like stuck in bed and I got a fever and stuff, so I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not sawdust. So I don't know. So now I'm all sniffy, and I'm doing massage today at the resort, so I have a little break right now. It's super early in the morning. I'm like kind of half asleep, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like force myself to do this. I was doing really good for a while. I was playing my cello every day, and I was like keeping up with some of the my avocations that bring me happiness. and then I don't know. I kind of got off the wagon. And it's really important to kind of like try to stay on that kind of stuff, you know, like force yourself. I had an alarm that was going off on my phone every day to like remind me to do certain things. And I was doing good with it for a while, but then I started slacking, and now I'm like totally off the wagon. Speaking of being off the wagon, sugar, man. Sugar is one hell of a drug. You know, they shouldn't like, there should be a law of how much sugar someone can put in something, because it is addictive. And I was like good for a while. I don't do anything else. I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. But sugar, chocolate, jeez, it's like, it like calls to me. And then I want it, and then I have to have it, and then I gotta drive to go get it because I won't have it in my house. And it becomes that I'm like a crackhead. No offense to any crackheads out there, but you know, for is the sugar. And you know, maybe that's one reason why I'm so tired recently, because I've been trying to cut back on sugar. It's not really easy, you know. What kind of things what are your vices? You want to tell me? You should tell me what your vices are. And not a vice like a clamp that you clamp wood together with when you're trying to dry it. Dry glue it. Yeah, I'm tired. But you know what? This is better than nothing. You're getting better than nothing. It's a good thing. Look, I've kind of put a vice right here. I'm holding these two things together. That's kind of funny. I didn't even mean to do that. I mean, I did. I drew it, but can you tell a difference in my voice? It's not too bad right now. I am a little sniffy though. It's because I miss you. I miss you guys so much. I'm feeling really quiet right now. Like I don't want to wake people up. It's like 6 in the morning. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to wake anybody up. People are pretty far away from here. But I'm just being respectful because it's so quiet. Maybe I should play some music. Computer, play meditation music.
Okay, here's a station for you. Meditation on Amazon Music.
Okay, but I'm going to turn it down so I don't get in trouble from the YouTubers. Computer, volume down. That was very loud. I might have woke up people with that. I had some music playing, but then I decided to turn it off. Yeah, so I just discovered some new YouTubers that are pretty cool. I discovered this guy named Bobby Duke. He reminds me so much of my friend John Hartman in Denver. A very similar personality. John Hartman is a filmmaker. Johnny Duke is a artist. He's extremely talented. He lives in Texas. He does all different types of artwork. You can look him up. Wait, did I say Johnny Duke? Wow, I am tired. What is his name? Bobby Duke. I don't know what I said, but his name is Bobby Duke. And Bobby Duke Arts. He's on all of the things. And he does all kinds of art. He sees something and he's kind of a comedian and he's silly. And I can relate to him. I feel that we have a lot of the same conditions. And I enjoy watching his videos. He's got millions of followers. It's really fabulous. And the production quality, oh my gosh. Like, I've been working on YouTube videos trying to figure out ideas and, you know, watching some of the people that inspire me and that are successful. Because, you know, you want to emulate success if you want to be successful. And I've been watching a lot of him and other people. And it's been really enlightening to see, like, the different ways, the different avenues that people go through to create, you know, something of substance. 3 dots, always 3 dots. You know, to, you know, put out to the masses in some form of education or amusement, you know. It's really cool. And so I'm pretty stoked about, I'm going to be going to Denver soon. My sister and I are leaving. I don't know, we're planning on going. I just texted her this morning. I know she's been stressed, and I'm like, well, are you stressed because we're going to go take 2 weeks off? Like, financially, can you handle it? Like, leaving for 2 weeks and coming to Denver? So I was like, if anything, we could do it in the spring. But we were planning on going, and we're working on the traveling YouTube channel, Xanthia Travel, Xanthia Adventures. Wow, I'm really out of it. Yeah, luckily I know my name still. That's good. And, yeah, so we're going to be doing that, hopefully, if she still wants to do it at this point. I financially am always, like, kind of on the verge of being successful and utter failure. So I just go anyway. I deal with it. If my transmission blows when I'm out, I just deal with it when I'm out. I don't know. I guess I feel that, like, life is too short and shit's always going to get in the way. You know, like, things are always going to get complicated and, you know, there's always going to be things that come up that demand your attention. And if you allow these things to control you on a regular basis, then you're not, like, really living your life. And living your life is pretty important, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. But it's one that I prize greatly. I think I need another zigzaggy thing over here. What do you think? Zigzaggy. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and one of these. And then I got that. Can you hear me whisper? I don't think I've whispered before on these videos. I feel like I'm talking really low. I guess it's because if I talk loud, my vocal cords vibrate and then I'll start coughing. And I don't want to start coughing because it's annoying and my abs really hurt from coughing all night. There we go. You know, these would be really cool to make stained glass windows out of these. I keep saying I'm going to do that. And I think I might really do it someday. Pretty stoked. I've been making a lot of stained glass windows. We just cut out the stained glass window that is going to be put, or the hole that is going to be put in my, we built an aircrete dome here at the resort. And I'm going to put the window that I made in it. Alexis and I made polyurethane resin windows. Kind of something that I invented. I've not seen anywhere. That doesn't mean it's not anywhere. It just means I've not seen it anywhere. And I've been doing these for, I guess, for about 10 years, but I've recently perfected it. It took me a while to be able to, like, really get the recipe down. It was not very easy to figure out. And plus, at the time, I wasn't buying all the proper materials, like for the dyes and things to color the polyurethane. I was using paint and different things around my house and just sort of seeing what would work. And lo and behold, most things did not work. So, you know, I had a lot of failures. I threw a lot of things away. I spent a lot of time on some really big pieces, and then I had to throw them away. And sometimes I would like hold on to them for like a year. I made these tables and stuff, and I there's one I still haven't thrown away because I swear I must have put like $800 worth of polyurethane in it, and I just can't bring myself to throw it away. That's hoarder mentality. I should just throw that thing away. But now I don't see it, so it's like, it's in my welding shop in the back, so I need to like get in there and throw that away, then I can feel like I can move on with my life. I have extra saliva right now because I'm sick and I have braces, and I'm getting my braces off in like 6 days. I'm pretty stoked about that. Then I'll be perfect. Or at least my teeth will be straight. I feel like I've said that before. I've probably said a lot of things before. There's only so many words to use, you know? Kind of liking all these little dots. I feel like this should glow in the dark. And then, like, I would pour the polyurethane resin in here, like these lines would glow in the dark. I've been doing a lot of blacklight reactive and glow in the dark resin. Stained glass as well. It's just the regular, and I made all these signs for the resort, and I'm hoping to put them up soon. I was hoping to put them up. My father is still working on the resort with me, even though I'm paying him for it. He micromanages everything, which is kind of like half good because he knows everything, which is awesome. I mean, not only about the resort, but just in general. He's very knowledgeable, but he's extremely difficult to work with. It's probably like one of my main stresses in my life is him, and then secondary would be financial. And financial simply because of, you know, I kind of just want to, people are like, well, why are you working so hard? And obviously I'm working myself sick. But the reason why is because, like, I don't want to be doing this forever, you know? Like, I kind of just want to get as much done as possible. And, I should go in here. As quickly as possible. And then, you know, be able to relax the rest of the time, you know, get a bunch of people to move in at the resort and just collect rents. I mean, I already have a bunch of people living here. There's more lots available. I have some more things I need to do to be able to prepare to really intake more people on a regular basis, but God, it's really hard to breathe. But I'm really stoked about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people will probably, hopefully, travel out to, you know, see all the madness that I've accumulated and, you know, placed. Should I do this? Yeah. Together in some sort of artistic fashion. And the mosaic tile work, wow, it's coming up soon. My friend John Steelman, I have a John Hartman and a John Steelman, and they're both really amazing people. John Steelman used to own this place out in, it was like a warehouse, like a party place, but he's also an amazing artist called Rat Soap out in the Tampa area. I think I went there a couple times because I would hold my modeling events there. I'm not a party person, so I never went to party or anything, but I did go to do my modeling events for Florida Modeling Network, one of my old companies I did years ago. And that place closed, and he had Live Art Laboratories, and he had that for a few years, and that place closed, and he's staying over at the Warlocks now, which is this really cool art facility in Wesley Chapel. This artist named Louis D. Vandekar. I'm not sure if I said all this before, but it's not like you're watching all my videos anyway. I don't know. If you are, let me know. That'd be cool. But yeah, so Louis D. Vandekar is an amazing sculpture artist. He did concrete sculptures. He was actually one of my my icons growing up before I even knew his grandson Bobby from high school, I admired Lewis's his environment that he had created. He was, I mean, he died in 1988, so I unfortunately have never got to meet him, but his space is really cool. And so John now lives out there, but he and his girlfriend recently broke up at Burning Man, so he's been staying at my house pretty much nonstop since Burning Man, which is cool. You know, it's been really good to have him around because I'm kind of alone a lot, and he's weird and eccentric like me, so we get along really well. And I've been, giving him jobs to do things. He's been helping with the dome, and that's been really good because he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of creativity, so I don't necessarily have to like explain and draw everything out for him and be like, here, do it like this. Sometimes he still wants me to do that though. He comes to me. He often, I guess, just doesn't want to mess up. He doesn't want to do something that I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted. But with him, I'm sort of like, just sort of do what you want. Like I enjoy your freedom of expression, your artistic expression, But I think he's still getting used to, like working for somebody else and them giving them that kind of freedom. I'm like, I don't care. Just make it functional and make it look good. I don't want to micromanage. I'm a macro manager, not a micromanager. I have no interest in like controlling every aspect of something. A lot of people do though. My father's like that. He likes to control every aspect of something. Computer, volume down. I don't want to get in trouble for like copyright infringement. I don't know if you can hear that music. Sometimes I listen to these videos and then it's like I can't even hear the music in the background. But I don't own the rights to this music, so I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get grounded and get my YouTube taken away. What would I do? I'd just be crazy talking to myself. This one has a lot of lines. I guess I'm trying to travel a lot of paths here. When I do this art, it's like, it's very random, just sort of, flowing. And I did want to create, as I said earlier, like, I wanted to do my drawings, because I do draw, like, real drawings, not, like, doodles like this, but I don't feel that I have the mental capacity to be able to really get into something. Like, this is kind of like a no-brainer, so it's really easy. I can just sort of do this, and it's therapeutic, and I can do these little videos, and I can talk, and it's nice, but it doesn't really take a lot of mental capability, which I don't have right now. I'm pretty tired, and I'm sick, and we're working a lot, and I just got on some medication to, whoops, did I bump the camera with my big old hair? Yep, I did it again while I was trying to explain what I was doing. I just got on some medication because my boyfriend and I have been trying to get pregnant for a few years, and I'm old and moldy now. I'm 40, and I've not had any children. So I guess my oven is all rusty. And I've been going to the doctor for about a year now, trying to figure out what's going on. They haven't found anything wrong with me without doing surgery and more invasive means, which I'm really not looking forward to. So they just put me on this fertility medication last week, which is, I feel like, I don't know if it's timing-wise or what, but around the same time that I started taking that medication, I became really forgetful. Like yesterday when Alexis and I were moving all this plywood out of the drying shed into the flat shed, I kept forgetting every single time I came out. I forgot what I was doing. It was really weird. And then I was like, what are we doing? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then we'd move another piece. I did that probably like 6 times. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, oh geez. I don't know, maybe I'm just like overwhelmed. That's why I think like doing this is really good because it balances that, you know. It's like, this is like it's kind of like a meditation. Breathe. It's kind of like a meditation to sit here and be able to do this and just talk and doodle and just sort of see what comes out. I feel like I want to go back to sleep. I gotta figure out when my next client is. Maybe I will be able to take a little nap. I only do massage like 3 days a week. So it's really important that I do stay booked when I do it, but sometimes I'm just so tired from doing the physical labor, you know, like the concrete and stuff and the building of the structures here at the resort, that I just, I don't want to like push it, you know. It's just probably just as good. That's a little crooked. Oh no. What do? Doesn't matter. Okay, good. It's Masonic. I just drew a Masonic symbol. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. I'll just put dots by it. This one has the most lines. You know, like my other, I don't know, I think there is a lot of lines. That one's really weird. My pen is obviously thinner than when I was doing it here. Probably using the medium. Now I'm using just small. Le Petite. But I'm kind of feeling like I might be done here. I mean, this one's more complicated than this one. This one I wasn't really feeling. Not that I wasn't feeling the artwork, but, you know, it's, in a way, like, this is, like, me even doing this right now is, like, a little bit of me forcing to do it. But it's good, you know, it's an exercise that's necessary. But I'm not, like, you know, pumped, like, oh, I want to go do a doodling video right now, you know. It's just sort of like, oh, I should do a doodling video because it's good therapy, and I enjoy it, and it's good to be consistent, you know. Putting this out online, it's good to have it be put out. I don't think I've put one out in, it's been well over a week. Could even be 2 weeks, to be totally honest. I don't know. My perception of time is really skewed, so I'm gonna put some more little dots over here. Yeah, I think I do want to go to sleep. I'm supposed to have a meeting with PJ, my boyfriend, and my dad today about the resort and these new taxes that are coming in Pasco County. We had to like change the way that we do our income taxes every month. And tell you what, man, paperwork, like most of the time, like most of the stuff that I do is paperwork. My dad said like when he owned all these businesses, he used to own like a big warehouse, all these businesses back in the day. And he said all he did was paperwork. Like he had all these employees and all he did was paperwork. You know, I can kind of relate to that because I kind of feel like I'm doing that to a certain level. PJ's been helping a lot with it, which has been awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to be about done with this. Yep. So there you go. So just remember, children, pay your taxes or they'll take you down like they did Jesus.